Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings! Well, the underdog here showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 32. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually. Right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, this is blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Got him in, it's Brown. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Leonard Fournette with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well. Now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams on defense, and they blitz more in the beginning.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Off play action, Fields. And this one is incomplete. The Cowboys at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On first down, Fields. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have come back to make it a 2-point game. This time, the extra point will go. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. first and 10. Here's Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 15 yards.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now,
and Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
On first down, it's Fields. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Fields now to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the quarter blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Vikings send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Third and 2, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mahomes.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even
20. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 51 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Oh, the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there, pressing.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in for 14 yards out.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to wind up with a first down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this is a touch quarter here. They got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Off play action, Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
One play action. Fields.
He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Cowboys are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And that will force a turnover on downs. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
A.J. Epinesa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fields on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tyler Bass now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
They're going for Jefferson downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no